So for the first time in my life, I own two E46 M3s at the same time. Both are SMGs, and I want to make a video explaining how absolutely game-changing a CSL SMG tune is to your E46 M3. If you're thinking about buying one, if you own one, I would say this is the most important, most beneficial modification you can do to your M3. So I'm going to take both of these cars out and I'm going to get you up close tack footage and show you the driving dynamic of one of these cars with an untuned SMG and a tuned SMG. I think it is absolutely insane the difference between the two, the driving dynamic alone and how much better one of these cars drives with the tune. It is night and day. So without further ado, we're going to start off in the non-tuned SMG car, take this for a spin, and then we'll come back and we'll grab the tuned car and I'll show you just how different and how much better it drives. So let's hop in and go. So this is our untuned SMG. Ignore the check engine light. That is because my rear cat O2s don't exist because I have headers and no cats. So that's what that is. And then my corner light for some reason throws a light, which isn't important. But 143K on this car. The other car is 70K, but as I mentioned later in the video, that is not the difference here. So this car is a 2006, which means the most modern iteration of SMG, which basically means it should be the best, although I don't think SMG really changed between the years. So I've never done this. I didn't realize that the GoPro can actually see the tack this well. And I think that the best way to show you guys just how drastic the differences are in these two cars is to show you the tack, because then you can kind of see how quickly the car catches the gears, if that makes sense, especially for like the downshifts. So I'm going to show you guys the tacks, and yeah, I gotta let this car warm up. We gotta get out of this traffic, and then we will get the full comparison here. So I just want to disclaim, in case you guys didn't know, I'm not trying to sell you this product. I have no affiliations with this company, but I just know that they are basically I think the first kind of like more OG people to sell this tune. So basically what it is, what I'm talking about, it's the TTFS SMG CSL tune, which basically tunes your SMG transmission into CSL parameters. If you don't know CSL, it's the E46 M3 CSL, the Coupe Sport Lightweight, basically the top tier E46 M3. And those things just got more badass power, they got badass transmission tuning, because they're all SMG cars if you didn't know. Just better cars, right? So to start just casual driving while we warm up, I mean, you'll see when I upshift just how long it takes to like catch, right? And it's not bad, but you can see just, I don't know, you just watch, right? Like, it's not to say that it's horrible or anything like that. It still drives fine. But you'll see when we get in the other car just how much firmer it is. And I think we'll find that the rev match downshifts are more apparent, but the upshifts are definitely there. But like I said, I don't know if you guys will really be able to like tell all that much. You kind of just have to drive it to know how good the upshifts feel, but just firmer. So basically what the software does is it remaps your SMG into CSL parameters, which means quicker upshifts, firmer upshifts, rev matching downshifts, and I think it just kind of takes away some of the clunkiness. So as I said, this car does not have that tune. My other M3 has it, and I think it is the most important thing you can do to an E46 M3 with an SMG. So as you can see, this car doesn't have issues upshifts or anything like that. Like it is totally fine, but downshifts, you'll see. I mean, you see how many times that just blinked until it actually found the gear. Like, and mind you, both of these cars have perfectly in order SMG systems. This car has a new clutch. I think the pump's been replaced, but I can't say for sure. All the shifter components, the D10 springs. So this thing is better off than my coupe, because my coupe is all original. Nothing's ever been done. No clutch, no D10 springs, no pump, none of that. So this car has more modern, upgraded hardware, and that really tells you something when the other car shifts loads better than this, and this is the car with the better hardware. Like, look at these downshifts. They're like pathetic. And I hope the video conveys it to you guys. I mean, I know some of it is more so just it's really in the feel, and I think, you know, video won't necessarily do it all that much justice to you guys, but I hope that it still can kind of convey, especially in the downshifts. All right, so now just watch as I shift through. And the upshifts really aren't that bad in this car. I mean, they are not bad, but when you hop in the other one, it's just the feel, right? And as I said, I think the downshifts are more apparent than the upshifts. The upshifts, I think you just have to feel them in the car. But the downshifts, you can kind of watch when the car catches its gear, and that is where the big difference is in the tune software. I don't know if you can kind of see there, but it almost appears as though I slipped the clutch. And what that is me being so used to the other car that I get on the throttle so much quicker, and this car, it's not ready. Now here's some downshifts. Like, you see how long that takes to catch it without the rev matching? I mean, you could just kind of see when you do really high downshifts, this car actually is not bad. But when you get like just casual driving downshifts, like I'll show you. Like, see there, like I just get on the throttle quicker than it's ready because it's just that much slower. So let's see, casual downshifts. I mean, again, they're not bad. But you'll see when we hop in the other car, there is a difference there. I think that, you know, this hopefully gives you a good dynamic of how this drives without the tune. So now we're gonna head back, grab the coupe, and then I'll show you guys basically how that drives, and we'll do the same tests, the same camera angle, and we'll compare. And these are no lift shifts, so these are foot stays on the accelerator. And I would still say that my other car is quicker even with letting off. Okay, and now we're off in my coupe E46 with the SMG, the car I've had for a long time now. You guys will be able to see directly from the last E46 how much better this car shifts. So, for example, let's downshift right now. There's a rev match downshift. I'm gonna let the car warm up a little bit longer, and then we'll really show that feature. But you could just see, like, just look at this upshift. Okay, firm, and it hits the gear quickly, and this is me letting off the throttle. So this isn't like, I'm driving both these cars the exact same way, letting off the throttle when I upshift, and then downshifting, letting it downshift. The biggest thing, I think, and yes, the shifts just feel better, upshifting and everything, but I think where it really, really shines is the downshifts, because the rev matching, you don't realize how important it is until you drive these cars back to back. The non-tuned SMG just like fumbles around, and like it is a noticeable like downshift time. Like it's like awkward. You're sitting there waiting for it to find the gear. Whereas when you have the rev match downshifts, like you see this, like boom, rev match. It revs up for you, which is really nice because that's basically what you would want to do in a manual transmission, right? So it's everyone always says SMG is like, if it's like driving a car with someone that's never driven manual before. And I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I think that it is a lot like a manual car that the person doesn't know how to drive stick. And that's why you have to drive the SMG like you would drive stick, because you need to let off when you upshift. You're not gonna upshift without letting off in a stick car. You need to rev match your downshifts. That's basically a sign of, showing that you have more skill, right? And basically this tune gives the SMG more skill. It literally teaches it rev matching downshifts. Like, I gotta let my car warm up, but you could just see probably right off the bat how much more firm these upshifts are. I mean, they catch right away. And that is just not, the stock SMG just does not do that. It kind of searches and it fumbles. And yes, this car is 76,000 miles. The other one is 140,000 miles. But the other car has a new clutch, so arguably less mileage on the clutch than this car. And I think, honestly, that other car has had the pump replaced, whereas this car is all original components. Nothing has been replaced in the SMG system. The clutch hasn't been replaced. Nothing. So honestly, the other car is probably better off in terms of its SMG components. And it's still, the software makes that big of a difference. It is such a fumbly, awkward software that these cars have loaded on factory that it's almost hard to drive. Like, I love that other M3. It's a blast, but dude, the SMG, I've had this car with this tune for probably, probably 3-4 years now. This car's been tuned, and it is almost hard to hop in that other car and drive it. Like, it is that crazy of a difference. And I'm a big SMG fan. I'm a believer that the SMG is a good transmission, but it is clumsy sometimes. And I mean, you just see these rev match downshifts are insane. Like, all right, here, let's give it a hard pull now. So I'm letting off when I shift, and I'm driving it exactly how I drove the other car, and you can just see how much better. And oh, mind you, the SMG drive logic is the exact same mode, 4 bars. It's my favorite mode to drive in because it's the sweet spot between firm quickness but not like overly harsh. But you could just see these upshifts. They're just quicker. They're firmer, and that's exactly what that software is meant to do. And now here's a good downshift. So 4, 3. Let's go to 2 here. And I mean, you can hear the rev match downshifts. First off, they sound awesome. The rev match downshifts sound sweet compared to no rev match downshifts. But I mean, you just, how direct these are, dude. It is insane. Got a little traffic here. I mean, that downshift, dude, it's not even comparable to the stock transmission software. The rev matches make it so much better, so much sportier, so much just more of what you want, right, when you're driving a sports car like this. And it's just smoother. The car just actually does drive a lot smoother. So there you have it. There's the tack test on the tuned SMG car. I mean, it's not even comparable. Like I said, I mean, you guys see how crazy those downshifts are. That's where it really shines. As I said, upshifts are much firmer, much tighter, much quicker, but those downshifts are like nothing else. The noises you hear too alone, like forget anything else, just the noise alone from those downshifts is absolutely glorious. So I'll see you guys back at the shop and we'll have our conclusion. It's not ready. Now here's some downshifts. Like you see how long that takes to catch it without the rev matching? What to do. And now here's a good downshift. So 4, 3, let's go to 2 here. So there you have it. That is the direct comparison of an SMG with a tune and an SMG without a tune. I hope this video conveyed what it needed to convey. I hope it showed you the difference in the driving dynamic between the two. I think that the SMG is a great transmission, but it definitely needs a little tuning to get it to the next level. So I highly recommend this tune. If you own one of these cars, you have to do it. I think it is an absolute must-do for an SMG E46. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it showed you something that you didn't know before. And I hope you get the tune, and I hope you enjoy your SMG a little bit more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.